If you're like most Canadians, you embraced a lot of new things when we went into lockdown in March of this year, like physical distancing, face masks, flour shortages, and TikTok. With nothing but time on our hands, women of all ages embraced the wildly popular social platform with enthusiasm, learning new songs, practicing duets, and lip syncing to the latest songs. A few, though, like my next guest, amassed millions of followers. Chris Collins is a TikToker and full-time hairdresser that runs her own business from home. She lives in BC with her dog, Kevin, who makes regular appearances on her TikTok account called Call Me Chris. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you so much for having me.
So just for people, there are some people who, believe it or not, have not heard of TikTok. So let's just start with you. Oh, you weren't on TikTok until March.
Yeah, until April, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't on TikTok till April, so I was very confused. I thought it was just a dance app, and I can't dance, so I was just like, this isn't for me. And then I kind of went down that TikTok hole. I downloaded it and watched it for 3 days, and then yeah, I was like, I'm gonna make some videos, see how that goes.
Okay, so now we're like 5 months later. How many
Yeah,
followers do you have?
I have gained 4.8 million followers now.
That is an absolutely insane number of people
Yes.
following you. Now, TikTok recently announced that they had a creator fund. And the creator fund was that people would receive money, I think 2 to 3 cents for every 1,000 views. You and
Yeah.
I recorded a longer podcast just before this interview. And I just found out today that Canadians are not eligible for the TikTok creator fund.
Yeah, no, it sucks, but yeah, we haven't gotten that yet. And given all the stuff that's going on in the States with the ban and everything, I don't think we'll be seeing any of that anytime soon. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
So how has this changed your life then, from the time, from getting on, obviously TikTok and just,
Yeah.
recording little videos to now?
It's changed my life in the biggest way. It's just I've always never been a social media person, and now I'm kind of in the public eye, and I'm getting recognized in Walmart, and it's so bizarre. And I'm getting messages all the time saying that I'm making people's days and making people happy and helping people, and that's something I never thought I'd be able to do. So it warms my heart, and it makes me really happy, and I'm really enjoying doing this.
So tell people then what kind of videos you record who are listening and don't follow you.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm mostly comedy based. I do a lot of lip syncing and a lot of original content based on my family and how I was raised and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's pretty random all over the place, but I make mostly pretty relatable family friend kind of content for the people that are listening.
And so has this turned into sponsorship for you with brands?
Yes, yeah, I definitely get a lot of brands reaching out to me, and then I talk back and forth with them and everything. So that's been a whole other ball field that I'm trying to figure out and everything. But it's incredible. I never expected any of this to happen. So the fact that I have the capability of making some money on TikTok through brands is really cool and kind of motivates me to keep doing it and possibly do it for like a full-time job. So.
So you came to my attention really through one video that you shared about mental health is how I found you scrolling through TikTok. You showed up on my For You page. Tell me about that video specifically.
Yeah, with that video, it just kind of stemmed from having a really bad day and a lot of my followers telling me how I was helping them through hard times with all my comedy videos. So I just kind of wanted to let people know that I'm not okay every day and that I have struggled with mental health and that it's okay to struggle with mental health and get help because I needed to hear that from a lot of other people that it was okay for me to get help. And yeah, that's why I made that video, and then it got received very positively, which was really good and unexpected. So I kind of keep that message throughout my TikToks today. So yeah.
Okay. And so on the topic of mental health, I mean, I imagine going from 1,000 followers to 4.8 million creates a lot of pressure. So how are you maintaining your mental health right now through all of this?
Yeah, I definitely have to make sure I take days off and definitely still going to therapy and doing all that kind of stuff if I need to, and having days where I turn off my phone and I went through a little spout of posting literally every single day, which I still do, but it was purely to people please and not just for the joy of doing it. So I'm just making sure to keep checking in with myself and making sure I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it.
I'm curious, how many hours a day do you spend, do you think, between viewing other videos, commenting back with people, creating
Oh,
your own videos? How much of your day is now consumed with this?
oh, that's embarrassing. Probably a lot. I'm a day, probably at least. And I work every day too doing hairdressing, probably like at least 4 hours at least doing that kind of stuff. Because I spend a lot of time doing that in the morning and at night when I'm going to bed, just like commenting on stuff and going through that. So probably at least that.
Now you just made me laugh knowing this. You're still doing hairdressing. How are your
Yeah.
clients handling your sudden fame now that you're a
Oh my
hairdresser and
God.
you're famous with 4.8 million followers?
Yeah, it's just so funny because they knew me beforehand and they think I'm just regular me, but they're just loving it and they're my followers too now, which is so funny. They're so supportive and they tell everybody like, "Oh, my hairdressers call me Chris on TikTok," and it's super funny. And then their kids follow me, so like they come over, and it's just been super weird, but it's been funny.
Excellent. So if people want to follow you on TikTok, let's lay out all your social platforms just in case TikTok somehow goes missing. We never know. So let's start with TikTok. Where can they find you?
Yeah, I am Call Me Chris, which is KALLMEKRIS, and then my Instagram is the same. It's Call Me Chris _4, and then I'm also Call Me Chris on YouTube.
Okay,
So yeah,
excellent.
those are all my social
I
medias.
just have one last request. Can you please say
Yeah,
hi, Phil, for the producer of my show?
absolutely. Hi, Phil.
He'll be so happy. Fix It Phil
Amazing.
adores you, and when I told him I was interviewing you,
Yay.
he's thrilled. So I just want to make sure that you say hello to him. Thanks so much for
That's
joining me this
amazing.
week, Chris.
You are so welcome. Thank you.